Hello everyone, welcome back. Today topic is Cisco iOS naming convention. Guys, one of my subscriber requested me to make one video on it. So today we are going to understand this topic. See the request first, see the comment from my subscriber. I don't know why you just keep my demand. Where is the lecture that you promised me you are going to make it? I want you to make a video to explain this topic, Cisco IS naming convention. So brother, I am going to make this video for you. So try to understand each and everything very carefully. Okay, so guys, here you can see on the screen I have some boxes, like I have some routers and switches. But do you know, I cannot use these hardware without operating system. Like let's say you have one computer without operating system. So you cannot use that computer. To use that computer, to use that hardware, you have to load operating system there, right? Operating system can be anything, like it can be Windows, it can be Linux, but you have to load operating system on the hardware, then only you can use the hardware. Without operating system, we cannot use hardware. In the same way, we have some boxes over here. These are Cisco router switches. So again, to use these devices, I have to load operating system over here on these devices. Without operating system, I cannot use this hardware, right? So Cisco have what operating system? Cisco have, again guys, multiple operating systems, but today we are going to understand iOS operating system, right? So iOS stands for Inter-Network Operating System. So this is also one operating system like your Windows, Linux, right? Developed by Cisco. This is a Cisco proprietary operating system, right? iOS is Cisco proprietary operating system, and iOS stands for Inter-Network Operating System. So see, let's say I have one router, guys, here. Let's say I have one router, and on this router, iOS is already running, but let's say that iOS is, old. So I want to update the iOS on this router. So what I need to do, first of all, I have to download the updated iOS. Maybe I can download from the Cisco website or from anywhere you can download. But first of all, you need iOS image. After that, you can install, you can upload, you can load the iOS, that operating system, on the router, right? You can say you can replace the operating system, means existing operating system with updated operating system, right? So see, if you want to update an existing iOS, so you have to download iOS image first, then you can install it. But while selecting and updating a Cisco iOS, it is very important to choose proper iOS file. This is very important point. You have to choose the proper iOS image file with correct features and version. Then only it will work. So this is very important while updating or while loading iOS operating system on any devices. It is very important to select the file correctly, right? So here you can see same point I have mentioned. It is very important to choose the proper iOS image with correct features and version. And to make this process easier, Cisco uses a special naming convention for iOS image file, and that we are going to understand in this video. Now guys, without wasting our time, let's begin. So what I told you, iOS stands for Inter-Network. Let me write here. iOS stands for Inter-Network Operating System. Fine. It is a Cisco proprietary operating system, means developed by iOS, means developed by Cisco. And what is operating system? If anyone don't know what is operating system, guys, operating system is nothing but one kind of program. What you can say, operating system is a program that acts as an interface between hardware and users, right? Like see, if I want to use this hardware, first of all I need to load the iOS operating system on the hardware, right? And that operating system is just to interact with the hardware, right? How you can interact with this hardware with the help of operating system. So in simple word, you can say operating system is a program that acts as an interface between user and hardware, and that operating system will define the features and function. What function you will get depends on operating system. Let's say you have one hardware, you have one computer, and you are going to load one operating system there, and operating system is what? Window, right? So window operating system is going to provide you some features, some function, right? In the same way, on the same hardware, if you will install Linux operating system, it is going to provide you different features, different function. Definitely there will be many common features in both operating system, but both are going to define what? The functions and features. In the same way, on the Cisco hardware also, we are going to load the iOS operating system, and that operating system will define the features and function of the hardware. Correct, guys? So let's say I have access of one device here. You can see I have access of one router. On this router, if I'm going to run one command, let's say command is show version. So guys, in the output of show version, you can see my iOS file here. System image file is this one. This is what? This is my iOS image file name of my iOS image file. We are going to read this name word by word, don't worry about this. But this iOS file is present in flash memory, in the flash memory, you can see here, right? So other option is we can check flash also, like I can run command show flash. So in the flash also you can see same iOS image. This is what? This is my iOS name of my iOS image file. This is name of my iOS image file. So we can use show version command, or we can use show flash command, right, to check the name of my iOS image file. There is no any version of device. This is version of, sorry, this is name of operating system. Name of operating system. Guys, we have different platforms, right? We have different platforms of device, and for different platforms we have different operating system, right? For different platforms we have different operating system. So this device, see this operating system, and if I am running command show version, so see this output. What it's saying, this device is booted. This device is booted with the help of this operating system, with the help of this this iOS, yes, operating system you can say, or you can say with the help of this iOS, right? And this C1841 is indicating what? C, definitely C is Cisco, and this is platform of the device. This is platform of device, right? This is platform of device. So it's saying device has booted with the help of this iOS image, with the help of this iOS image. And to boot, or to boot up, or you can say start up, or you can say to start up operating system into the hardware, main machine, is called what? Is called booting, right? Boot means to load the operating system into the hardware, right? That is called booting. So if I am using booting, booting, right, again and again, and if you are confusing with this word, so that's why I have explained it. What is the meaning of boot? Boot means uploading the operating system into the hardware. After booting, you are ready to run the application. Like here now I can configure EIGRP, because on this hardware, let's say this is on the hardware, I have loaded this iOS image, this operating system. Because of this, I am able to interact with hardware. I'm able to use this hardware. Without this operating system, I cannot use this hardware, right? And now if I want to run any routing protocol, let's say here I want to configure EIGRP, so router EIGRP ES number 100, right? So you can see I'm able to run now application. So after booting, it's ready for user to run application. So we have to decide, which operating system you want to use to boot the device. Like as I told you, right, you have one computer, one desktop, and you want to load one operating system there. So you have multiple operating system, right, that you can load there on the hardware, right? So you have to first choose which operating system I'm going to load over here, right? So we have to decide which operating system we want to boot the device. This, and wait, like in the Cisco IS we have multiple services. So if I will talk about the services, let me give you just one example, right? One service is we have IP base, and another one is IP services. So IP base service does not support cryptography, right? So if you want to use cryptography, if you want to use encryption on your device, you will use that operating system which support what? Encryption. That means you have to use IP services operating system, the operating system which works on IP services, which support cryptography, which support encryption, right? So it depends on our requirement, right? It depends on our requirements. It depends on the hardware platform, that which operating system I am going to use or I am going to load on the hardware. Fine. Now Cisco operating system allow you to control and manage routers or switches on which it is running. So let's say you have one switch here. This is one switch, right? So this is completely hardware. Without operating system, you cannot use it. But if you will install operating system over here, so it will allow you to control and manage this device, right? So to control and manage this device, first of all, you need to load the operating system over here. And guys, originally Cisco, developed it, means Cisco developed operating system for routers, IS for routers. But over the last few years, Cisco has been, putting it on the Catalyst switches also and on the other platforms also, right? Cisco makes many different types of routers switches. So different model uses different components like, CPU, RAM, physical interfaces, right? So these components depends on different platforms. Maybe you have one router where you have two physical interface. So on another router, maybe on the another platform of router, you will have 4 ports, right? There will be different CPU, right? Different RAM. So if I will talk about low-end routers, right? Low-end routers. So low-end routers have limited number of physical interface. Low-end routers have limited number of physical interfaces, and high-end routers have multiple physical interfaces. If you are purchasing high-end routers, you will get multiple physical interfaces. If you are purchasing low-end routers, you will get very limited number of physical interfaces. Because of this different hardware, because of the different hardware, Cisco produced different iOS variants. What I am saying, let me write here, because these points are very important. Let me do one thing. What I'm saying, guys, because of different hardware, Cisco produced different iOS variants for every platform, for every platform, and you can say model. Getting my point? And next point, each iOS includes similar features for general function, you can say, for general function. And again, some iOS includes a specific features for the product, a specific requirement. Getting my point? What I am saying? Each iOS includes similar features for general function, and some iOS include a specific feature for the product specific requirement, right? So Cisco have produced or compiled many iOS, right? It depends on you are downloading it or using it for which hardware, right? So two iOS may contain similar features. Two iOS can be contain similar features or completely different features. The features that are same in all iOS, or you can say in all iOS variants, are known as base function. Are known as what? Base function. Base function means the variants of iOS which includes similar features. And again, the features that are different in the different IS, that is called add-on features. Add-on features, right? So some IS have add-on features, some IS have, general basic functions or features, you can say base features. Fine. So Cisco built the IS as a single image file. Cisco built the IS as a single image file. So let's say Cisco have designed one IS, right? Single IS image file, you can say, and update separately. So if you want to update, an existing IS, you have to download IS file and then you can install it, right? So Cisco have produced first only one IS, and after that separately they have updated them, right? So according to your requirement, you can download the IS image and then you can install it on your device. So as I told you, while selecting and updating a IS image, it is very important to choose proper IS image file with the proper or correct features and version. So to make this easier, Cisco uses, you can say, a specific naming convention, right? So in this convention, Cisco provides information about various things, right? In the naming convention, Cisco provides various information. Naming convention, right? Like, the platform for which the iOS was produced. First thing, the platform for which the iOS was produced, right? Naming convention is going to include this information, right? The platform for which the iOS was produced. Second information, features that this iOS will provide. Let me write here. Features that this iOS will provides. This all information will be under IS image file name. Then types of the, you can say, what type of the compression that was used to compile the IOS. What we can say, type of compression. See, if you can see this IS image over here, actually this is compressed IS, guys. This one is compressed IS. So flash, let's say, right? So this one is compressed IS. So if you want to use it, first you have to decompress it, right? So these information are under this name, right? Soon I am going to make you understand this. So type of compression that was used to compile the iOS. Fourth information, the location from where the iOS will run. Very important. Then next thing, version and release. To release the major update in the IS, or you can say to fix minor bug, Cisco uses the term called version and release. What I am saying, to release the major update in IS or to fix the major bug, Cisco uses version and release, right? Now let's take one example, right? Now let's understand with example. So guys, to understand this with example, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this IS image file name and let me discuss each word one by one. So I'm going to copy this IS here, copy, and let me paste it over here. Fine. So this is my IS image file name. right? Let's talk about first information. First information is C1841 1841, right? So a router, stores is file, this file in their flash memory. So you can also check flash memory, or you can run show version command to check the name of your is file. So in my scenario, this is name of my is file, right? In your scenario, maybe name can be different, but guys, after watching this video, you can read your is file name also. You can read your is file name also. Like on the same, this is console of packet tracer. So if I will take one another router over here, see, if I will access this router, and here I am going to check version. So maybe on this router, name of is file is different, can be different, can be same. Again, it depends which which operating system I have loaded on this router. So version, yes, and so flash, you can see little different, right? There's some different between name of is file on this router and name of is file on this router, right? Okay, so let's discuss this name. So let's see, first information is what? C1841. Cisco creates a separate IS for each series of routers. Because of this, each IS work only on the routers belonging to that series. What I am saying? See, guys, listen me very carefully. Cisco creates a separate IS for each series of routers. Because of this, each IS works only on the router belonging to that series. The first term indicate the series of router for that the is file is produced or compiled. What I'm saying? This indicate what? The series of routers for which this is file is introduced or produced or compiled. The word here, let me write the word C1841 indicates that this is file is produced for the 1841 series routers, right? So you can only use this is image on this series of routers. Getting my point? Only on this series of routers. Next information is this one: advanced IP service K9. Let me copy this all here and let me paste over here. Now let's discuss this one. Guys, try to understand my word carefully. Beside the base features, what I'm saying, beside the base feature means the feature which are common in all iOS, right? Like IP service should be in the all iOS that you are going to run on routers. So IP service is a base service. So beside the base features, each iOS contain some special add-on features. Getting my point? Each iOS contains some special add-on features. The this term represent these features. This term represent these features. Like this IS image is definitely IP based feature is compulsory in all IS, as I told you. What is the add-on feature in this IS? What is the add-on feature in this IS? Right? Advanced IP service means what? What is the add-on features? Add-on features means it can support what? Encryption. It has advanced features of security. Right? This IS has enhancement in security. Getting my point? So this term represent these features like add-on features. The word advanced IP service K9 indicates that this IS contain a special security features. Let me write here. This indicates that this IS contain a special security features, right? For advanced IP security, right? And K9 indicates that this IS support encryption, right? This has support encryption. If I will talk about other term over here, so other term over here can be it can be IS, it can be J, right? Sometime in some IS you will see J, right? So I is for IP, IS is for IP plus, J means enterprise, JS means enterprise plus. Let me write here again some common example of this. I means what? IP. IS means what? IP plus. J, maybe because you are checking same the IS file name in your operating system, and there you are getting, let's say, J or IS, so that's why I'm writing over here. So J indicating what? Enterprise. This is for enterprise, and JS stand for JS enterprise plus. Sometime you will see these, right? So till now we discussed these 2 points, right? First point and second point, first word and second word. Third word is what? MZ, this one. So this indicate whether the compression was used to pack the IS file or not. Compression was used or not. What I'm saying, compression was used to pack this IS file or not. MZ indicate IS file is compressed, and it must be decompressed before use. It must be decompressed before use. It is compressed. So must be decompressed before use, right? Again, if I will talk about the another terms over here, so here sometime in some IUS you will see Z. So Z indicate the image is compressed in the ZIP zip format, right? Again, in some IUS you will see X over here. So X indicate MZIP, right? So here this MZ indicating what? This IS is compressed and it must be decompressed before use. After that, then guys, you need to understand location as well. If the IS runs from from the what we can say, from the non-standard location, right? If the IS runs from non-standard location, the next term indicates the location. The next term indicates the location. Like if you will see F sometime, so F means the image will run from flash. If you will see M sometime, so M means the image will run from RAM. You will see R sometime, means image is run from ROM. You will see L sometime, means the image will be located at runtime. Getting my point? The next term is what? This one. What is this next term? 124.15.T1. So guys, this shows the version and release. As I told you, version and release is important to identify the updates, right? To release the major update and minor bug fix, Cisco uses version and release, right? So this was the version and release number. The version and release number in this IS file are, this one is a version and this one is release, right? This one is version, this one is release. So version over here is 15 and release is 1. And then last information is what? Dot bin. Dot bin. So dot bin is indicating what, guys? Dot bin. Dot bin is indicating what? Dot bin. This indicates that this IIS is in binary image, right? It is in binary, right? It is in binary. So this is how you can read the IIS file name. This is how you can read the IIS file name. So this is all, guys, for today. Here you can see I have covered Cisco IIS naming convention. Hope it is clear to you now. Now if you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. Definitely I will make another video on it, right? And you can check it by running command show version, or you can use command show flash memory. And here you can see your your IIS image file name. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching, right? If you are looking for any live training, you can visit to our website www.pmnetworking.in to check the upcoming live session. That's all for this video. We'll meet soon in next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye. That's all for today.